Hi there, it's Catherine from Sunnyside Journals. I'm here today with a little what's on my desk. I think I've surrendered to the fact that I just really suck at tutorials. It just, not a lot of things make me nervous. I can sing in front of people, I can give speeches in front of people. I used to interpret into American Sign Language, which means standing in the front of a large group of people, usually with a spotlight on you. That doesn't frazzle me. But doing tutorials, ah. Anyhow, but I know that I can do a what's on my desk because I like to show what I'm doing, the stage I'm at, how I'm going about doing it, what I'm thinking about doing, what I might do, what I didn't do. So I think I'm comfortable with just saying that I like doing a little visit with what's on my desk. So that's what we're going to do today. What's on my desk. And then we're going to follow it up with a little thrift haul. And I got my senior's discount today at my favorite thrift store in town. It's a red letter day. Seriously, made my day. My birthday's not for till the end of the month, but when the lady at the cash said, "Now, do you qualify for our seniors discount?" and I said, "Rats!" I said, "I have 2 more weeks," and she sort of did one of those pshaw things and said, "Let's give it to you today." So yay! I got a seniors discount. Where's my receipt? Where's my receipt? Here's my receipt. Look at all those. 10% off, 10% off, 10% off, 10% off. Da, 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 da. Wahoo. A happy girl. Anyhow, so let's start with what's on my desk today. My number one thing that's on my desk today is this piece of crud. If I can give you some advice, listen to Wishes and Weeds when it comes to this We Are Memory Keepers hole punch, bookbinding hole punch. This thing had caused me grief all last evening and all this morning, and you're lucky I'm not holding my camera in my hand and showing you that it's laying out in my backyard in the snow, that I've thrown it out there. It's, suffice it to say, I paid $12 for it, and I would have rather ordered a pizza for my $12. So save yourself some money, order yourself a pizza, and enjoy your pizza. Because this thing, you're much better off drawing out your own template by hand, measuring, poking your holes by hand. Awful, awful, awful. I guess I'll be able to use this. I don't even like the thread. I don't use white thread. I like, I usually use creamy thread, and sometimes I'll use black. So that, meh. And I don't use curved hooks. So, curved needles. So, I guess I got a pokey tool out of the deal for $12. I got a pokey tool, and I like my old one better that my son-in-law sharpened for me. So, oh well, live and learn, right? Buyer beware. So save yourself some money. Do not waste your money. Order a pizza. Enjoy your pizza and toast me with it. And toast Wishes and Weeds. Give Nancy a toast too. I should have listened to her, and I should have bought a pizza. Oh, let's get that thing out of my sight. All right, so I have been working on this sweet little book. I posted some pictures yesterday on Instagram. It's mostly a sort of a winter Christmas solstice animal theme. It's a sweet little book. It's from 19 It was A Song of Sixpence, it's called. 1964. And it's not very big, but I really loved the spine as is, so it's got 2 signatures in it. And oh, hold on, it's also got some threads in it. I haven't, although the signature block is ready, it's not in yet, but it will be going in here like so. And then here will be the end papers. And here is the other end paper. I think that's going to look really nice. I wonder if I wonder if it's supposed to be the other way around. I can't remember what's up and what's down. Oh no, I think it's this way. I think those branches are supposed to be hanging down. So I'm mostly doing, although it's Christmassy or seasonal, I guess. Seasonal might be the better word. Although it is definitely Christmassy, but it's also, it would also appeal to people who aren't overly religious but still love this time of year. I love bringing out candles, making the house cozy. I don't mind the bad weather as long as I'm inside the cozy house, that sort of thing. So I've gone with shades of ivories and browns and greens, forest colors, and I'm hoping to just simply fill it with pictures of animals, forest scenes, trees. This is it's a song, but it's got stars in it. So again, I'm thinking of sun and moon and stars, cast iron stove to keep warm by. These might be the only children that are going to be in the book. It's just a little card in the center. So you'll see here, it took me, the third try was the charm to finally get these signatures sewn in. Thank goodness this was not one of those books like the Illustrated Home Book that had 8 signatures. So I had to reinforce the folds on all these leaves. So they've all got washi on them, because what happened was, and I can't show you now because they're not loose anymore. They're getting ready to be put in. But the 2 signatures were uneven. If you looked at it down from the top, the second one was sticking way up. There was almost like a 1/4 of an inch difference. And obviously at some point when I had the papers inside that pokey frame, the papers must have moved a tiny little bit, and because of that the holes were poked in the wrong place, and I didn't discover it until I had them all sewn in, and then I held it up and looked at it and went, oh rats. So then I had to pull it all apart and redo the one signature, and then on my second try of sewing it back in, I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, I usually will put a tiny little post-it, and I usually, if it's the first signature, I put a 1, and then I put an arrow to show the top. That way I know the front page and I know that that's the top. And I neglected to do that this time. I thought, oh, it's only 2 signatures. I can whip this together real easy. Well, guess who sewed in the signature completely upside down and backwards? So then I had to cut it out again. I had to fix the folds. And then the third time I got it right. So this little baby has been definitely a labor of love. But it's, I think it's going to be very pretty, and I'm really looking forward now to decorating it. Oh, there's some washi tape. Thank goodness for washi. So I'm looking forward to decorating this. So that will go in. Those are the end papers. I'm going to try and make use of some of the pages from inside. I think that's pretty. And I like to include the copyright whenever I can. So I'll be using some of the original pages inside this. And then I've made a really nice, I'm happy with it, a really nice wrap around it. And of course now, do you think I can find it? Because what's on my desk is actually a mess. Yeah, it's gone. Oh, there it is. Found it. So I found this really neat thing. I wanted a little bit of sparkle because winter does sparkle. Stars sparkle, the sun sparkles, snow sparkles, water with sunlight on it sparkles. So there's a little bit of gold in this cord. And then there's wooden beads here, and there's a couple of gold beads there. And then what I've done is, this is a wooden, I guess a latch button. I'm not sure what the name of that is. My daughter mentioned it this morning. Now it's gone right out of my head. Anyhow, so what I'm going to do is I've created it so that you can loop it around that wood like so. But if when you're filling this journal, it starts getting kind of alligator mouthy, all you have to do is move this slip knot down a little bit and it'll give you more room so that you can so it can be, it has an expandable waistline. Let's put it that way, like some of my jeans. So that's what's going in Wonder. I've been calling it Wonder. I like Wonder because the animals look like this tree is a wonder, and the season certainly is a wonder. So that's what I've been working on with Wonder. Now I've also been working on a Reader's Digest book here. Oh, let's make sure I'm in. Let's make sure I hope I haven't just done that whole thing out of focus. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, I gotta put my glue back in here. Like I said, what's on my desk is a mess. So I got this Reader's Digest book a year and a half ago. We were camping up north. Up near Perry Sound, and we went in. My husband's wonderful for taking me thrifting, and I saw this cover then. This was actually the spine on it, and I liked how it looked. I actually liked how it looked a little winter dismal. It doesn't look winter glorious. And some places, winter isn't such a glorious thing. There's not the drifts of white snow and evergreens and hollyberries. For some places, winter is kind of brown and maybe a bit of snow drifting here and there. And I liked this cover. It just felt very, very woodsy and realistic. So what I did was I had to put in a new spine. This one was falling apart. It's from, I have the first page, 1966. So I reinforced it. I made a spine on it similar to the way I do a little golden journal. And I'm going to be running the signature threads along the outside. I added a hare, a beautiful large hare. I thought he looked very handsome, or she. And then there's a little bunny on the back that I added. Pine cone fabric, because again, I'm really craving sort of a woodland theme. But I want a little bit of sparkle, because nature still sparkles. And then I used the word for the metal, the little metal plate here. I used the word trust, because I felt like you have to trust in nature that even in the bleak midwinter, spring will come. You've just got to trust. Spring is around the corner, and you've just got to trust that. So that's what I did. Everything here is all from repurposed sources. Same with Wonder over here. Everything here is all from thrifted sources. So what I want to do with trust, again, with a nice natural theme, I've been saving these forever. And they're wooden buttons. And I want to, although I'm going to put three signatures in, I'm going to run these wooden buttons down the center of the spine. And I think that would look really, really nice with these wooden buttons. And I think the color matches the cover theme very nicely. And I toyed a bit with turning them over and going with the brown side because both sides are nice. But I think the brown gets lost on the pine cones, and I think this kind of looks like birch bark, and it really stands out. So these buttons will be going down the spine of Trust. I will be making a bookmark out of what's left of the original spine. I'm going to use my crafty crush. Nancy sent me this in some Happy Mail, and I just love it. And I think this little baby is going to get this trim. I think that would look really nice. Let me make sure we're still in focus. I think that would look really great. So that's my plan for that. If you hear the dog barking, I'm going to pause because it's going to be the father and child reunion at the front door that happens every day. when Dot's favorite person in the whole wide world walks in the door. So what I've done for my end papers for this book is I found some old music, and the title is Here Comes the Sun. Because that's what the winter solstice is all about. It's the longest night of the year, and it's celebrating the return of the sun. So now this isn't the Beatles. This is a different one. And I thought that was appropriate, and I found this illustration with the moon and a woman in the moon, and I loved that. So I've turned that into, hold on, that's also a pocket. So those are going to be my end papers for Inside Trust. And then I have a little quote about the winter solstice. Hold on. The winter solstice is the time of ending and beginning, a powerful time, a time to contemplate your immortality, a time to forgive, to be forgiven, and to make a fresh start, a time to awaken. And I loved that. So that's actually going to go right here. That's going to go right there. So, and I'm going to find a way to incorporate the original first page in it, especially because I love that it's got the year there. And it's nice that it's red with, I don't think that's green. I think that's dark brown. So that's Trust. That's on my desk. I'm going to make the signatures for this one tonight. I can't do fussy work at nighttime. It's hard on my eyes, but I can cut and fold papers for signatures. So, and I've got a lot to do. Now, this little baby I've been working on. This one is an old book from 1934, I believe, called Ask Miss Mott. You can't see it under there anymore because I've already fixed up the spine. Miss Mott had a bit of a sore spine, so she's all restored and feeling better now. And then I put a Christmas card on the front. I fussy cut the Christmas card, and then I painted gold around the edge of the Christmas card. I think that turned out really cute. Oh, I think I hear the door. Oh, yeah, there's the door. Hold on.